Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome, welcome, welcome to MiSpot, where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. So, tonight we celebrate full moon in Taurus. So, you might want to set the intention to release anything that blocks stability, your physical well-being, your emotional well-being, things that could stop you from being grounded, connected to the earth in a healthy and positive way. The things that are of the earth, the physical things of the earth. So anywhere where you may feel a disconnect in your stability or your foundation, or how you're grounded, how rooted and solid and secure and stable you feel in your energy, in your being, from your root. If you're feeling like some foundational things are shaky, this could be a good time to set intentions to ask this full moon in Taurus to help release those energies or those spirits, okay, that block you from elevating. If you feel pretty stable and rooted and grounded, and you are practicing, you could be practicing meditation, you could be practicing journaling, you could be practicing things to help you stay grounded. This just might be a time to challenge ourselves or stretch ourselves a little bit further, or just maybe ask this moon energy to support us in elevating or allowing us to do the next thing on our list that we wanted to accomplish in that area. Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So I really don't have too much to say. Oh, I wanted to do like a little quick, I don't know if you call it a pop quiz, a little history lesson, a little educational sprinkle or something. But you may already know, but it's always good to have a nice refresher sometimes. And then sometimes it can help us just expand our awareness or our consciousness or our knowledge a little bit further. So, Palo Santo, why do we use Palo Santo to clear energy? Or why do we use it at all? Okay, so I just wanted to read a little bit from the little insert that's in the box that I order from. But basically, how is Palo Santo used? Wood. Let's see. Well, it's telling you how to use it. Turn on one end until the flame starts burning. Turn the flame off after a few seconds. A thin white smoke will rise. Put a small pinch of grains or chips on a lit charcoal with a brazier. Allow the grains chips to burn, adding a further pinch according to your needs. So I guess you can just use it as the full piece of wood, of course, or you can use it, this one's kind of small now, or you can use it as grains and chips of it on top of charcoal. I didn't know that. It does say, warning, low-cost Palo Santo can be fake and harmful to your health. It must be organic. Some producers spray poisonous chemical additives onto the wood, and you breathe them once the stake is lit. It must have a botanical certification and must be made 100% of Bursera graveolens. I probably butchered that. It must only consist of the finest parts of the wood, neither roots nor bark. Palo Santo is certified at every stage of the production process. So what it didn't really talk about was like the purpose or the why. What's our aim? To favor an ethical and sustainable world in which to fulfill one's dream of living in harmony with nature. So connects us back to nature, right? It balances us out in nature. What I have learned about Palo, and I can look it up, but I don't want to spend too much time on this one. But what I've learned about Palo Santo is that it allows positive energy in. Sage will clear and neutralize the energy, okay? So if you're open to whatever. Sage will clear out everything. Palo allows to pull the positive energy back in. Okay? All right. History lesson done. Let's go ahead and ground ourselves really quickly. This is going to be quick, so just tap in. Go ahead and sit back and connect with oneness. Allow yourself to take those deep breaths in through the nose. Hold in long exhales out through the mouth. I think my headphones cut off. Allow yourself allow yourself to just sink in. Deep breaths in. Long breaths out. And as you connect to oneness, all that is, allow yourself to settle into your heart space. Climb into your command chair, your throne, your place of peace. And allow yourself to feel the energy of being in control of self. Breathing in love, and exhaling fear. Breathing in power, and exhaling doubt. Breathing in discipline, and breathing out wounds. I ask our spirit teams to come in as we set the intentions to balance, heal, and activate our true selves. As we ground, heal, and clear the energies that no longer serve our best and highest good. Breathing in and breathing out. Allow yourself to feel your energetic roots penetrating the earth from the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. Just feel the energy of all the blockages that have stopped movement forward, progress forward, stability, groundedness, rootedness, material abundance, wealth, prosperity. Just allow Mother Earth to absorb those energies and those blockages as they're pushed out from the base of our spines and the soles of our feet. Imagine the warm red connection, crystal light connected to the earth. Imagine one at the base of your spine. And with every exhale, as we release, allow that crystal red light to radiate and shine brighter and brighter and brighter. Sit in your throne, command chair, and just allow yourself to feel the release of the doubt, the inner child wounding, the generational patterns, the curses, the manipulation, the betrayals. Just allow Earth to absorb them now as you let them go. Breathing in love, exhaling fear, release, let go, no longer serves us. Thank you, Spirit. When you're ready, bring your awareness back to the room by wiggling your toes, fluttering your fingers, and take your time to open your eyes. 10:10's on the clock. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I have a equipment failure here. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. So we're really just going to dive in. You know, most of you know the drill. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You know, please let me know if the things I'm talking about are resonating for you. It, of course, is confirmation for you, but also for me and others who are watching, just to make sure, you know, that we are calling in our tribe that is in alignment with our best and highest good at this moment, okay? So I would appreciate those. You can also follow me on my Instagram at MiSpotHealing.com. That's MiSpot with an I, healing.com. I didn't want that to be all loud in the speaker. All right. Ooh, something's come. Okay, my nose. Okay, Spirit. Let's say this. I'm loving the connections and confirmation that I'm getting. Like, you don't have to do all that. Like, dive in. Like, your folks, they get it. You don't have to feel like you have to do things so elementary and so simple and watered down. That's it. That's it. So you could be feeling like you've watered yourself down possibly in the past, so we could be releasing that need to people please, make others comfortable. I get maybe even this energy of like dealing with people based on their potential, because sometimes at least for me, I think if I see someone's light or goodness and potential, oftentimes being the spiritual being that I am, I tend to want to pull that out of them, or, well, let me just say that, pull that out of them. Not pull out of them like in a forceful way, but I see them in that light. And so I respond to them. A man, I will speak to the king in him. If I see that in him, but I'll say that what I'm learning to balance that energy out is not just being present and accepting people and things for where they are and what they are at the moment. But there's also a freedom of, my thought is fleeting. Being the spiritual being that I am, I'm learning to not feel like I have to water down what I'm getting. Like, it's trusting my intuition, trusting the message like the first time. Like, I could be we could be slowing ourselves down by overthinking, by thinking that people don't understand or don't get it. And it's like, just go ahead. Like, just go ahead and dive in. Like, don't be afraid to dive in. Definitely a clearing out of people pleasing. I feel like these are like the last little crumbs and residual crap as we scrape the bowl of healing codependency. It's like truly coming into our power, knowing what's good for us, being able to speak up to what's good for us, not watering it down. My thought came back. Thank you, Spirit. Being a healer, when you see someone's potential or their light or whatever, whatever goodness that you see in them. Oftentimes, you are inserting, or I should speak for myself, I'm inserting myself into that person's life for them to meet that potential, or to help them meet that potential, if that makes sense. So basically, you see the potential, you see the light in them, but then you start to, if it's hard to distinguish, if it's hard to be in the present moment, if it's hard to see it for what it is right now, not the potential of it, not the future, right? All we have is the now, the power of now. If I am seeing this person's potential, I have to ask myself, do I see that potential with me being in their life? Do I see their potential because I'm going to be a part of their lives? Will they meet that potential because I'm in their life? And that's where I have to let go. That's the release. Because the question is now, do I believe? Do I see? Do I feel? Do I know? Do I understand? Do I think that they will reach the potential without me? If I wasn't in their life, do I think that they would get it? Do I think that they would see it? And we can pray for people, of course, right? But that's what, I hope this resonates, but because I know I speak to a lot of healers. My circle of healers is continuing to come in. So I'm very thankful for that. So they can ground their energy very quickly. They're journaling. They are tapped into spirit. They are exercising and stretching and birthing babies and doing all the things that help them. But I know sometimes, we do have to go back to our roots, and there's nothing wrong with that. Speaking of roots, is anybody familiar with the 10 Commandments or the 7 Deadly Sins? I'm creating a meditation surrounding those elements. I do think that at this moment in time, for the collective that may be lost or having a hard time finding their way, caught up in the matrix, that back to basics kind of love, energy, education will help people to just kind of reconnect again. Okay, especially those that believe, those that know that they are connected to the Most High and children of God. Okay. Whew. All right. Holy Spirit, ancestors of divine love and healing light, please protect us as we download the messages for our best and highest good. Anything that's not for our best and highest good, please close, shut, lock, and block that door. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, Spirit. Can we get a message for this evening? Oh, we got two. Oh, okay. I see a familiar face. I'm going to put the deck face down. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. I don't know what's going on with my headset. It's in and out, in and out. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Okay. So we read the messages here. Let's see the bottom of the deck. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So a lot of green. So definitely some emotions. Okay. Which is I'm not surprised. This is Scorpio season. We're going into a full moon in Taurus. Like I said earlier, releasing that blockage to emotional well-being and physical well-being is kind of what the Taurus energy represents, like that comfort, that grounded supportiveness. It's I believe it's a fixed earth sign, definitely an earth sign, but fixed. Very, very grounded energy. Okay. So it's just a reminder to balance that out. This card came out 2 readings ago. The last, I believe it was the new moon. Okay, because I just did a first quarter moon for the first time, and I enjoyed that. So you can go take a look at that. Maybe I'll put something down to make it easy. Balance, spirituality, and practicality came out not too long ago. Full moon in Pisces. Pisces is also not a sister, but a sign, a water sign, a fellow water sign to Scorpio. All right, and it's a full moon energy here. And then mutable moon, Pisces is also a mutable sign. So there's some malleable energy here. We're allowing us to be softer, flexible. So make sure that we are moving our bodies, okay? Working through those emotions, allowing our bodies to help us. So pushing that energy out, all right? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo, a lot of heavy full moon energy, emotions and earth, water and earth, emotions and stability, groundedness, support, security, foundation, root, okay? Earth. All right, let's read the messages. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. I gotta make sure y'all know I'm reading the right thing, because sometimes I don't know. All right. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Have you been so head in the clouds that you've lost touch with reality? If so, take this card as a sign that you need to pay attention and make a concerted effort to move towards your goals. The more practical steps you can take, the better. Excuse me. Confirmation. It's time to find an inner balance between your responsibilities and your dreams. Meditate on your question, and the solutions to your issue may now come through very clearly. If you're in a tricky situation because you've been acting the martyr, this card will be a message from the cosmos to drop the act for everyone's sake. Attune with the moon. Meditate every day and see what comes to you. Answers will come. I received that message myself. Additional meanings for this card. You're in a super romantic but not super realistic state. Follow your intuition. It won't let you down. At worst, this card can herald the end of a dream. The person you're inquiring about is a soulmate. Avoid substance abuse, okay? The teaching. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So the full moon in Pisces symbolically marks endings. When the moon is full in Pisces, or whenever you pull this card, it's a time to dive deep into your emotions. Practicality is at odds with the numinous Piscean energies that have no borders. So feel your way now. Psychic ability is heightened when the full moon is in Pisces, and soulmates now connect. It's also a time to send out your dreams to the universe, releasing your fears. Mic drop, confirmation. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I kind of giggled on the you're in a super romantic but not super realistic state, because Pisces has that very dreamy, like illusion, ooh, kind of energy. Like Pisces likes to be in the fantasy world, and when you stay too floated out too far in the cosmos, we're not grounded anymore. We're not balanced. And when Pisces is in a low vibrational energy, not healthy, not healed, maybe even in that shadow, the energy can be very delusional, not based in reality, okay? Living in a fantasy world. So if there's anything that we tend to do, and maybe like that, this connects back to what I was saying about releasing myself being in someone's life to to help them reach their potential, being able to take a step back and releasing that energy of me being there to help, to encourage, to uplift, releasing that and being able to just sit in the present and ask myself, and you might want to ask yourself, do I see it happening without me? You know, like it's just in their own, it's not even about you. It's more about just this spirit, this being in their own self, in their own identity, in their own aura, their own bubble. Is it there? You know, we can encourage, we can uplift, and we can pray for, but detaching ourselves from being the help, the bridge, you know. And the other message for me, like, now here's what I want to manifest, right? Is what am I avoiding? What am I not dealing with or don't want to deal with within myself, where I choose to show up for someone else better than I'm showing up for myself? What am I running from inside of me that I don't want to deal with, right? So it's like, sorry. So what do I not want to deal with? Why am I going to go push my energy into someone or something? It doesn't have to always be a person. It could be a thing, it could be a place. We can there's anything material on this earth, okay? It could be something that we throw ourselves into, which, like I said, that codependency, needing to feel validated, needing to feel wanted or desired, or getting the approval outside of ourselves, okay? Not saying we don't need each other. Codependent is the unhealed version, okay? Codependency is the other extreme of the balanced relationship. You have to have a healthy amount of independence and dependence, okay? Codependency is far, whatever direction you want to go, it's to the extreme. So now it's like, as we clear that energy out, as we heal it, it's like one of the last stages of healing codependency is to release our connection to helping, facilitating, and turning that energy back in towards ourselves, loving on ourselves, facing our own challenges head on. What am I avoiding? Why do I go look for somebody to approve, to affirm, to love? What am I not dealing with within me? Okay? If you're healthy and balanced, then it's not worry about it. But these are it could be personal, professional, it could be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically. Like, there's so many different areas of our lives where we could ask ourselves these questions. What's blocking me from being more stable in my emotions? What's blocking me from being more stable in my wealth? Is it a mindset? Is it a thing? Is it a person? Is it a job? Is it a place, like I said? A situation? It's so many things. A childhood pattern, a generational pattern. All right? Okay, nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. So let's see, the mutable moon, I'm gonna have to start going to my guide instead of thinking that, or table of contents, instead of trying to just, think that I know the book like that. All right. So, mutable moon, 108, breaking down 2 and 9. There is, I will say, a lot of divine intervention happening at this time. Very thankful for it, especially as we move into the holiday season. That divine intervention helps me ground. And I'm thankful for that, because now I guess I trust spirit, my spirit team. I trust it more. So knowing that I have that presence of divine intervention, it actually helps to, like I can really feel my heart relax. I can feel my spirit go at ease. I truly feel like I can trust in that. That makes me feel very grounded to the earth. Like I can trust in the energy of what's outside of me to still show up for me. Okay? All right. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Mutable is all about change, shape-shifting, even that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is set in stone yet. That's what this part says. Attuned to the moon. I know that the best will unfold for me. I know that the best will unfold for me. I know that the best will unfold for me. Okay? That could be a mantra, affirmation, a prayer at this time. Additional meanings for this card. You're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Stay adaptable. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? Time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means to you. Okay? The teaching. In astrology, there are 3 so-called quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's the opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. So here it pulls back that Pisces energy again. Mutable, flexible, softer. Okay? Not a pushover, not a doormat. Let's be clear, right? Just allowing ourselves to just smooth out the edges and allowing ourselves to connect to trusting that everything is unfolding for us will help to soften those sharp edges, the areas where we are rigid. Okay? I like that message. So things are changing. You have the power to change things. You have the power to transform. You know, one thing that is constant is change, right? We tend to get very comfortable in certain situations or things. We tend to like what's familiar. We tend to be afraid of change. We resist it, thinking that it's not going to be good for us. How do we grow without it? How do we grow without change, right? It doesn't work. So one lesson that I've learned in the past few months is nothing is forever. And it's not a Debbie Downer kind of energy. It's more of an energy that allows us to be more present, where if something has come to an end, it's okay and safe and good for us to let go. Why hold on to something that's harming you? Here's the other thing I read this morning. If you're holding on and you won't release, you can't catch. You can't catch. Okay? All right. Let's see what Rumi has for us. Emotions. I'm trying to think if I want to pull something from an emotional deck. Let's do that before we do rooming. I got a romance deck right here real quick, just because the emotions are out here. Maybe we can help to balance some emotional energy. So, you could be manifesting or making room as you release these blockages, making room for relationships and connections where you have like very powerful and organic energy or chemistry with people. Anything? I saw chemistry on the bottom of the deck. Oh, that one almost. Got something. Oh, got two. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I think this is my favorite card in this deck. I love this message. It's the truth. It really is when you think about it. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I don't think I've ever read from this deck. Let's see. Love yourself more. Love yourself more. Love yourself first. Love yourself more. Could be love yourself first and love yourself more. If you're loving yourself first, love yourself more. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. If you desire more romance, first look at yourself in a caring and non-critical way, of course. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel loved by others. This means trusting yourself to take good care of you, and it may entail becoming more assertive. Don't worry, you can still be very lovable while affirming your boundaries. Perhaps this means spending some time alone instead of in a relationship. During this period, you can delve into introspection to understand the patterns of your love life. Ultimately, you can take responsibility for attracting and agreeing to every relationship you've had. To heal your heart, find the blessing and lessons you gain from each one. For instance, you have become stronger, more independent. For instance, have you become stronger, more independent, and more patient as a result of your prior partnerships? If so, let everything else from the past go except for the lessons and the love. Oh, God, thank you. This card emphasizes the importance of loving yourself first, especially as you prepare for your next relationship or heal the one you're in. As you gain self-respect, you'll begin attracting more loving people into your life. This will lead to healthy friendships and romances based upon mutual respect. Ooh. I think I'm gonna have to do a whole nother whoa. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna have to do a whole nother video on what that card said to me. So much confirmation based on what I've journaled this week. Oh yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. That was so beautiful. Look here, free yourself. Right? The gate is open, baby. Time to take back control of your life. I'm going to share it with people. I've always talked about this to friends. I got friends who probably have selective memory that won't remember because, you know, whatever. Anyway, but I know that I've shared this with some friends in the past about what I've learned. I've had beautiful relationships. I've had beautiful true love in middle school. okay? A person that you vibe with, love, like unconditionally, friendship, just easy, for consistent from the beginning all the way through. Yes, the relationship didn't last forever. And that's okay. But I experienced true, real, authentic love. Like I said, as a youngster and in high school, college, you know, even as I went into my young adulthood. I don't have a whole bunch of relationships, you know, to compare or think about it. But I know what I've learned and taken from each relationship. And every time that I applied the lesson from the last one, I got better. And when I say better, I don't mean necessarily like earthly things, you know. Earthly things are great, but more like internally, I was growing. I was getting stronger spiritually, mentally, emotionally. I attracted relationships that were just another step up in those areas. Like I felt like they continue to expand from the inside out. Everything didn't always end up being living this lavish, wealthy, earthly lifestyle. But I know that's coming in, because that's the vision that that's there. But I am very, very thankful for the message that they got here, and I'm going to share with those who care or want to hear, or I believe sharing is caring. But like, what have our relationships taught us? Write the lesson down. I can tell you one thing I learned I guess after my first heartbreak or disappointment. I did not recognize myself. I looked in the mirror and did not recognize who I was. I was like, who is this girl? And I realized then I had stayed too long. Comfort, what you know, what's familiar, afraid of change, thinking it's not going to be good or better for you. And I can promise you now, here, 20 plus years later, if I don't know who I am, like, I know when I have gone beyond what works for me. It doesn't even happen anymore. You know what I'm saying? I realize what my boundary is, where I have to stop and draw a line in the sand. You know, there's even relationships where I've learned what time is for me. So if you want to connect to that earthly, practical kind of like real reality, 3D kind of energy, time is definitely earthbound, okay? And if you want to balance out that emotional piece, or that piece that's coming from the core, and you want to make it more tangible, like a time is not tangible, but it's a construct here on earth. That energy, or that concept of time, when you learn a boundary that you have with that, when you learn a certain time frame that you put on things, that you cut off or you release, okay? But we definitely have to be okay with letting go, the power of detachment, and listen, these things are easier said than done. But if we prepare ourselves and then we apply ourselves, then we can actually live in the energy. We can live in that spirit. We can bring it to fruition. We can experience it here in the 3D. We can take it from the cosmos and pull it here. We can take it from our hearts and put it in our hands. Okay? I've manifested a lot of things, and that's going to be the next thing. But anyway, let's go on to express your love. I love this. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. This card urges you to take the initiative in your love life. Whew. That may mean contacting someone to whom you're attracted and asking that person out on a date. It could also mean sending flowers, texts, or gifts to your beloved. As you express romance, these feelings pour through you. You actually become the biggest beneficiary of your romantic displays, as you enjoy how they make you feel to an even greater degree. The more you give love, the more you experience it. Of course, do make sure that you're also open to receiving the love that comes to you from God, the angels, and other people. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, that was beautiful too. So make sure that we are open to receiving the love that comes, like receiving. Like I said, if we don't release, you can't catch. Okay, and many of us that have awakened. I know some folks are still awakening. Like, people are really starting to go tap back into their spirituality. They may be going through some really heavy things in life that make them realize, what God means to them. Just listen and apply the lesson. That's the best piece of advice I could give you right now. But many people are, realizing that. And as we move forward, I do believe that some of the spiritual concepts that we might have dug in further during 2020 or during COVID and things like that. Now it's like the work that we were putting in then, we're starting to see it manifest here on earth. And so there's the people that are on the same frequency and vibration, they're pushing that forward. Like, we're cutting off the nonsense and the propaganda that's like being thrown in our faces, and we're starting to go within to ourselves and starting to open ourselves up to the community and the tribe that's coming in. But because of the love and self-respect and things that we were doing 4 years ago, okay, almost 5 years ago now, right? So, like I said in my New Year's Day message, that this year is going to show who's been doing what over the past 4 to 5 years, who's been working on themselves, who has gone within, who has been healing, and who has been on bullshit. And it's not necessarily for us to judge anybody, because we all have our stuff, right? From different times, we could have been on some of the same things. But it's all about taking those challenges, those shadow moments, those tower moments, and learning to alchemize or transmute them. We could definitely stay low vibrational. That's your choice. Okay? That's your choice. But if you want to be better, do better, take the challenge as an opportunity to grow. What is the challenge teaching me? What did I learn before that I'm not applying now? I promise you, your life will open up. And if it does, and when it does, I want to hear about it. All right? I think that's a nice little segue into the Rumi message. So, Spirit, what is the Rumi message for us under this full moon in Taurus? I'm so excited. You might want to look where Taurus is placed in your chart. If you are a fixed sign, you probably could be feeling this energy very heavily as well. But see where Taurus is in your chart, and if you want to set intentions around what you could possibly release and to make room for bringing in and manifesting, you could probably be inspired by where Taurus is in your chart. Okay, so wherever Taurus is in your chart, what is the purpose of Taurus in that space for you, and what could be blocking you from having a more healed, balanced, and activated energy or spirit in that space. All right, I hope that makes sense. Passion for purpose. Number 2, alignment is here. Things are being aligned. Passion for purpose. I love this. Oh my gosh. Bottom of the deck. Let love transform. 14 breaking down to a 5. So definitely changes in love. And I think the Moonology deck also was confirming that with the Pisces energy, the practicality, the spirituality, and that nothing is set in stone. So there's definitely shifts and changes in love, and that's okay. It's okay. Don't be scared. Okay? Don't be scared. Let's see what the passion for purpose has to say to us. I'm getting hungry. read the whole thing. Passion for purpose. Love, like life, flows through the heart. Feel the thrill of the flow and say nothing. Rumi. Do you yearn to find your way, to fulfill your divine destiny, to know the purpose of your presence within this sacred body of the Mother Earth, the Earth Mother? Your heart is questing for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred task for this lifetime. Your heart wants to know why you were born, for what purpose. You must know that the answer to these questions is love. I bring you your answer straight from the heart of the universe. Be wild within your passion. Do that which stirs your soul, even when it makes you uncomfortable, especially then. For what is being truly alive if not a decision to be open instead of resistant, to be wild rather than comfortable, so that at any moment we will be ready for the invitation of the divine beloved to come closer. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that the heart knows, the you that cannot deny life. To that you, I ask this question: what stirs the passions of your nature? Do that. Be that. As we grow on the spiritual path, so too does our ability to serve life, to serve love, to honor humanity, and to offer a contribution that is unique to us, that could only flow in this particular way through the equality of our own soul light. Through the quality of our own soul light. Every light holds its own beauty, and every light has a particular task to fulfill on the divine path of life. To help us remember this, lest we get too easily distracted by the pain and stress that happens in life, we were given an inbuilt reminder. That reminder is our passion. We may think that passion is not particularly practical. We may feel fearful that with passion, there are no guarantees of success, or that we may even be throwing away the stable and secure life to pursue our passion. These are the fears of many a modern society, yet they are so misplaced. Life supports all beings based on their true nature. The birds are given air in which to fly, and fish are given water in which to swim. Plants are given light of the open plains or darkness of the damp rainforest, depending on their needs for growth. Different flowers flourish in different environments. Bees have wings that are very small but powerful enough to move with the speed and rotation that their heavy bodies can fly. Each aspect of creation is given what it requires so it may become what it's meant to be, for its unique destiny to be fulfilled. So it is with humanity. Each one of us has something in our hearts that means something to us. It is irrelevant whether it seems practical or a recipe for success or not. We are simply meant to be what we are, to serve life faithfully from a place of honoring the truth of our nature, that which we genuinely feel passionate about, and to allow for life to naturally support growth according to our genuine nature. Where we get to difficulty is not in bringing our genuine passions to life, for life supports this, but in learning to let go of attachment as to how that happens. But in learning to let go of attachment as to how that happens, we can struggle to free ourselves of the expectation we have to be something we are not. The divine path of love asks us to become conscious of and then unlearn the play acting of attempting to be a false self, that we may learn to simply love and accept our real self. We may even have a struggle on our hands to remember who our real self actually is for a time. Fortunately, there is pleasure in the journey of returning to passion that can make the process of self-discovery a sweet one. But we must be brave, even in the sweetness of that journey back to the real self. We must dare to believe that we are not broken, that we are not inadequate of better off to be like some other person or some other person's view of how they think we should be. We must be brave enough not to believe in the layers of guilt and shame. We must be bold enough to not fear our passion. As we dive deep within and explore what really makes us tick, what makes us feel alive, we must be open, curious, and non-judgmental. That may be a subtle journey at first. We may feel as though we are looking in the dark, wondering if we will ever catch a glimpse of the light of passionate meaning we hope to find. That passionate purpose may at first be barely recognizable amongst all the should, cannot, and must do of our lives. As we stay true to the path, however, that light will become unmistakably clear. Our passion will reveal itself to us as essential as our breath. We would feel as though we are not alive without it. We could have missed it all those years, perhaps all those lifetimes. It will seem so obvious then, burning so clear in our hearts, that it cannot be more obvious, that we simply must live the desire, this passion, this purpose, or else spiritually perish into a shriveled up shell of a person, denying of life itself. No, that shall not be. Passion must and shall prevail. This oracle comes to you with guidance. You are being initiated more deeply into your life purpose. Your passion will reveal itself to you with more depth, nuance, and beauty than ever before. If parts of your life are disassembling, yes, or do not seem to be working out as you had planned, these are symptoms of this passionate revelation. Be curious and open to what presents itself in the wake of the falling away. Be ready for the journey within now. You are strong enough to leave behind the need for external validation whilst you learn to validate yourself. In time, soon enough, in fact, you shall reveal your innermost beauty and be witnessed and received, not acknowledged for your innate value, purpose, and divinity. But for now, sweet beloved, dive deep, be defiant and determined to honor your heart so your deep passion may be witnessed by you and eventually naturally make its way into sacred expression in the world. If you have recently discovered a new talent or purpose, or have been dreaming some big dreams, this oracle comes to you with guidance and confirmation. You are excited. Follow that excitement. Let it lead you into your own truth. Let it lead you into your own heart truth and onto an ever more passionate path of purposeful living. There was so much here, like so much. So being in flow and saying nothing, that was impactful. Divine destiny, our presence on Mother Earth, is our heart looking for deeper meaning, that emotion, okay? But still reaching to our connection to the earth. That's that Taurus energy, okay? Man, let's see. The answer to your question is love. Why you were born, the purpose that you were born for is love. I totally agree. We all have our different ways of expressing it, receiving it. But it's all for the tribe that is for you. And listen, that can change through life. It can change, okay? Codependency makes us want to connect with others or to things because we want to be stuck somewhere forever. It's kind of scary when you think about it, right? Do you really want to be stuck somewhere forever? Not saying that there aren't relationships or places and things that we will be tied to for life. That's a beautiful thing. It's a very grounded energy. But for us to be able to balance that energy out and accept change, we have to be able to say, okay, am I okay with releasing things that no longer serve my best and highest good? It talked about, were you growing? I think it asked a few questions about growth here. Or maybe that was in another card. But like, I truly, truly, truly appreciated this so much. It was just so much that confirms so much. So I'll let you all, share with me what spoke out to you. If you have to rewind and replay it, because I want to really get the fresh energy, you know, I can't even, it's just so much. So I'll leave it here. I think this is a good place to leave it. Happy full moon in Taurus. Always go within so you never go without. And we'll see you later.